Kennen and Rumble. These two heroes or these two champions need ability power and HP to keep themselves close in fights and have certain damage to be able to at least be a threat to your opponents. And then Proto Belt allows that and so much more with the dash, giving Kennen much more of a engaged type of prowess. So pag nag-build ka rin dun after nun ng Zonius Hourglass, sobrang lakas na ng engage potential ng Kennen. And then parang ganoon din sa Rumble, you do have of course the equalizer na long range, but then at the same time kung gusto mo nang makipagbalagbugan sa malapitan, meron ka namang Flame Splitter. Of course, then you have your extra HP from the Proto Belt to keep you a bit more tanky in the fights. Now let's check out the whole composition for both teams. Cerberus have already locked in the Zac, gonna be definitely given to Life Howling. That is Coop's formerly from Imperium Pro team, now on Cerberus eSports. Then we have a Karma, probably gonna give in to Trevor. So top lane Suzaku dito will be on a Gangplank or Suzaku. He is known to actually go for top lane carry type champions, but at the same time he can play utility wise. But this looks to be a very good overall composition naman, since they have Coops on a Zac, and we've seen Zac to be one of the best scaling junglers in the game, because he has the engage, he has the tank ability. He can actually be one of the best tanks come into the late game. Wait lang, tingin lang tayo sa Twitch chat dito. Wala na namang ano dito. So it's gonna be a Janna. Lots of good disengage here kasi they kind of have so much. They have lots of engage with the Zac, with Trevor's movement speed boost in Cannon Barrage and Enchanted Crystal Arrow. But what if it gets a bit too messy? What if Infused eSports engages? They have the Hecarim, they have the Kennen, they have a Lissandra, for goodness sake. This is so much catch-up potential onto Cerberus that having a Janna in their roster is definitely gonna help them out. Kasi meron siyang Monsoon para syempre hindi maging masyadong clumped up yung fights. He can spread around every single opponent that she has. And then you have the shield, gonna give a pretty nice amount of AD to your ADC, and of course keeping themselves healthy. Plus the Howling Gale, an additional stopping mechanism. So side naman dito ng Infused eSports, let's check it out. They have 3 forms of engage. Actually, you can make it maybe 4 kung matime nyo yung concussive blows ni Braum dito. But at the same time, let's just check it out first. They have the Kennen, Slicing Maelstrom. They have the Hecarim, that's the Onslaught of Shadows. And they have Hechizo on a Lissandra, who has the the Frozen Tomb plus Ring of Frost. So that's a lot of catch-up potential. But at the same time, this kind of makes it that Infused eSports are looking to be a comp that's actually in your face. So, pag nag-play ng range game dito yung Cerberus, maybe Infused doesn't have enough range, or maybe has enough juice na hindi makatch off yung Cerberus dito. But at the same time, madaming movie speed boost tool naman dito. Merong Surge si Kennen, merong Devastating Charge naman dito si Hecarim, Glacial Path for Lissandra, and Valbert's only has to do is to follow up. But of course, Valbert's being on Illusion, I'm really not a fan of this, just because sobrang close range na nga ng comp dito ng Infused eSports. Meron ka pang ADC na 550 lane range niya. Maybe the Caitlyn would have been a better choice. I mean, she's open. Look at that. No bans on the Caitlyn. Yes, there's a ban on the Jhin, but then again, Caitlyn's not banned. Valberts can play a Caitlyn, but I haven't seen Valberts on the Piltover Sheriff. So maybe he's not comfortable with that one, but we'll just have to see how this pans out. And if you're wondering kung kilala niyo Cerberus eSports, Baba is G. That is of course Shadow. Gamit lang niya siguro kaya main account. So ganyan yung pangalan niya, but that is definitely Shadow, guys. I don't think that they will go to any other support, because Shadow's the captain. He's the strategist for in-game, plus he is one of the best supports here in the Philippines. My top pick as the best support talaga in games. If you've seen him in MPGL 7 and the earlier stages of MPGL Leg 1, he has done so many great plays, keeping his teammates alive, commanding the rotates for his team, and even at some points here, getting the steals on Baron and Dragon with only the skill shot of his supports. Make that a Braum, a Morgana. He has done it thrice. I believe 3 times na during the MPGL season, during the his lifespan in the MPGL, which is MPGL 7 and MPGL 8. So we have a lot of people here who are like Cerberus supporters, but at the same time, meron din tayong Infused supporters. So you know what? I am not biased with any of these teams because at the same time, kasi sabi kong para sa akin, best support si Shadow. That's the Janna player. Side naman Infused, I am a big fan of Hechizo just because of how strong and how good he is. When he was still the jungler for Infused, he was the one who made all the plays for Infused before. Starting off with the Lee Sin, so much early game pressure, and then when you get his Dragon's Rage, he just delivers his opponents with the kick onto his teammates, gets them really good picks, and then that just allowed me to... That just skyrocketed Infused from being like a tier B team into a tier A team, even duking it out with the tier S teams such as before Mineski, most notably the Imperium Pro team, and of course the other ones such as G-Hub and any other teams that you see in the PGS. So we're just waiting for our game to start off, and we'll see how this pans out, as it looks like I've said again, Infused eSports have built an in-your-face composition, while at the same time Cerberus have a scaling composition. They have the engage, they have the disengage, the poke as well. So we'll just see how it pans out. So let's go into the Summer Series for Game 1 in this best of 3 series between Cerberus eSports and Infused eSports. Alright, so guys, here's the Summoner's Rift. We have on the blue side, it's gonna be Cerberus, top lane Suzuku with the Gangplank, jungle Life Howling, also known as Cups, in the Zac form. Trevor will be our mid lane. Karma, bottom lane duo will be Marky on the Ashe, and his support will be Shadow, Haba Baba Baba on the Janna. And on the red side, we'll be having Infused. In the top lane, Gertrude will be the Cannon. Jungle, ZXC on the Stompin' Hakarim. Hatches on the mid lane with the Ice Queen, Lysandra. And in the bottom lane duo, we'll be having Valberts playing his Lucian. And a kill with the Unbreakable Braum. You know, I've seen a lot of people ask, why is there no Warwick? Why don't we give love to the bloodthirsty mongrel in the jungle? Just because his infinite duress is so easily countered now. He's the basic champion that's actually pretty good, but there's so many much more junglers that could be better. Maybe not this chat, but then, you know, like, ano lang guys, wait lang kayo. Babalik siya ng game 2. She's just taking a slight break. If you guys didn't know, hard worker yan. Actually, may sinet pa yan, tapos nagkakasto, diba? Isipin nyo, passion, dedication, esports. That's what we are, guys. If you have no stomach for passion, or if you have no dedication, passion in esports, you're not fit for, you know, maybe this industry might not be for you. Because there's a lot of times that people do tend to feel the pressure of it. I mean, syempre lahat naman sa trabaho yan, but at the same time, ganoon din sa esports, guys. Tingnan natin muna ngayon yung ating magandang mapa. Of course, we do know that, you know, this is what, the second time na nag-makeover now Summoner's Rift? I think it is the second time already. Yeah, second time na. So, let's make like what? Season 8 para mag-third time naman. Maybe Season 7. Maala-ano na tayo. Lahat gumagalaw na, hindi lang yung mga grass or yung mga trees, pati yung lupa gumagalaw na, like maybe something opens up in the ground and then it can teleport you to another place. Huh? You can never know. The shenanigans of Riot. Man, if you guys like follow the Riot scene, maybe you could like check out Reddit, and there's like this huge argument between Riot and the team owners in NALCS. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna delve in onto it too much, but it is a big deal naman talaga if you're like caring for pro players, and of course the growth of League of Legends. But now we do see that there was a gank into the mid lane, but an easy glacial path out there by Hechizo will keep himself alive. Tagalog please. Ano, hindi okay, so tatry ko mag-Tagalog ngayon para sa inyo guys. Since we are, you know, we are trying to cater naman pala para sa mga Pilipino. Try ko na mag-Tagalog. Though, pag nag-clash tayo, wag nyo expect na magta-Tagalog ako kasi nahihirapan ako pag Tagalog. Sobrang hirap ko. Pag narinig nyo, pilit na pilit. yung wall gagalaw Asurai, pwede. Malay mo, kasi kung naglalaro kayo ni League of Legends ng mga siguro season 5, season 4, wala ito eh. Di ba binuksan lang nila yan para makapasok na maayos or para maka-rotate na maayos yung mga defending heroes natin ngayon sa Summoner's Rift. Pero look at that. Pinasukan na si Trevor. Ang damage output dito ng ZXC. Medyo nakakatakot but dito sa Life Howling trying to at least re-engage for his teammate. Knock up there onto Valberts but the stun onto Marky will at least mitigate the damage output and Unbreakable for a kill just for an extra safety. Pero the damage coming out of Marky should be a little bit should make Valberts a little bit scared here. Medyo takot-tapat siya. And for the second time, nag-rotate dito sa mid lane si ZXC, tries to go in, flashes over Valberts, didn't even need to actually use the flash as the knock-up, yung patalbog dito ni Life Howling, hindi nag-connect kay Valberts. Naka-chroma ba yung Lucian? Yes, naka-chroma pack siya. Well, to be fair naman, baka hindi ka naglalaro ng Lucian or naka-white yung regular default Lucian skin. Actually, kahit ako, hindi ako nag-Lucian. Nahalata ko lang siya kasi sanay na ako, may nakikita ko palaging Lucian sa laro ko. Although, Shadow gets taken down. Oh, Valbert's not having his flash anymore. Could be flashed in by Life Howling. Will the burn actually be enough to just chug down Valbert's? Not enough though. Could have been a flash by Life Howling since he does have his blobs to keep himself healthy or keep himself safe. Kasi we do know naman na may cell division dito si Life Howling and pwede siya magpakamatay under tower and could still be saved by his teammate. Definitely, Suzaku, medyo naging greedy ka doon pare ko. Flashes in, tries to go with the combo but the the damage of the cannon not enough to actually get the frag or the kill rather onto Suzaku. Huwag kayong magalit guys. Alam nyo, I can speak English, I can speak okay Tagalog, so try na lang natin na, alam nyo yun, na mag-Taglish dito sa cast natin. Actually, I need to actually know how, para din matuto mag-Taglish cast. Parang si Shinbu. Pero, I can't do it as well as he can. For sure. Spanish, please. I'll watch more Dora, then I'll Spanish cast. Pwede na yun, no? Suzaku, no powder kegs! Natawa si Riku sa likod. Oh, look at this. ZXE, medyo ay papitsula siya. Goes in, knocks it up by Life Howling. Flashes over by Trevor. Tries to connect, stuns him, as well as uses the inner flame, empowered inner flame, to keep him in place. Nice mindset there by Trevor. And he will get the kill on the ZXE. First blood given to the mid laner of Cerberus eSports. And Trevor actually building himself up. Magic resistance heavy here with an Antinsan Holy Grail. Possibly to be his first item. Or maybe just the chalice to keep himself a little bit sustained in that mid lane. Thank you for saying that my name is cute. 60% Cerberus. Flash is not installed. Nako po. Oh, look at that. Suzaku. You saw that triple connection of the power kegs? Pretty nicely done. He's actually gonna stun Suzaku here. Uses a slicing maelstrom, but Gertrude is actually eating right now yung cannon barrage. And here comes Life Howling. Life Howling does have that flash. Goes in with an elastic slingshot. Flashes over. Connects with his Q. One more auto attack might be enough. Yes, he does. Actually doesn't need it with the Bomby Cinder. Sinusunog lang dito yung champion in the top lane. Now in the bottom lane, there is the exhaust. Pinapapagod dito si Valberts. They go in, tries to re-engage. The stun connecting onto Marky. There's the shield, or there's the heal rather. Flashes over. Oh, he does dodge out the Pierce Light, and he will live to fight for another day, but gets taken down immediately by a kill. There's a teleport for Hechizo. So Hechizo there will be getting himself still at least isang punto sa bottom lane. Actually make that maybe 1-for-1 in terms of the points. And Infused here, not looking to actually get the dragon. And Gertrude, he's very angry. He looks to go in onto Suzaku. Suzaku still in his tracks, sees the powder keg, activating it to slow down Gertrude. Pero wala dito sa top lane. See ZXE to actually help him out. Blue buff to be given though to Hechizo, so he'll be stacking that one pretty happily. And checking out here the advantage of Cerberus eSports, only 1,300, but of course this early into the game, that's pretty good now. Sizing it up against Infused. Watching lang para lang sa karma. That's actually not a bad kasi aside from keeping check the scene of PH, may mga things din na malalaman kayo pag nanood kayo ng mga pro scene. Definitely, of course. You can find out how to play better. You can imitate your idols. That's what I do actually to get myself better. Aside from like researching kung paano maglaro ng champion na yun, kung yung mga parang secret na playstyles na pwede mong gamitin sa kanya. Like for example, best example would be Riven. I'm not a Riven main, but alam niyo yung mga combos ng Riven, like yung EQR, or like you can actually dash and then activate your R very fast na mas mabilis yung animation ng pagcast ng paglabas ng blade. Tama, gumagana pa rin ba yun ngayon? Alam ko kasi yun before I don't really Riven anymore, so really can't confirm that, but isa yun sa mga nakikita ko. Galing nung cannon. Wait. Tulog na daw dapat yung mga bata ngayon. Well, you know what? If they have internet at home, kung hindi sila nasa comp shop, pwede naman sila manood. Diba guys? Sali-sali tayo ngayon. Magsali-sali tayo sa pagmamahal ng League of Legends. Oh, looks like it's gonna be a fast gank into the mid lane. Cleanse activated by Trevor. No onslaught of shadows just yet. Catches him off guard. Cannon barrage though. Catches off ZXC and hedges. Oi, no papi. He has to run away, and the shield from Trevor enough to keep him alive. Enchanted Crystal Arrow almost hits the face of Hechizo, almost giving a possible 2-for-0 exchange in that mid lane. Grabe dito ang control and communication na meron ng Cerberus eSports. The cannon barrage just to slow down ZXC, knowing na walang flash dito yung Hecarim, keeps him under turret. That was pretty damn good from him. And even a Monsoon to boot here in the bottom lane just to keep Marky out of the stun's range. Dito, Mia kill, and now Life Howling looking to engage. He does have the Let's Bounce, but with that pushback and with Valberts and a kill being very low in HP, maybe this is a time para sa Cerberus ay kunin ang ating pinakaunang dragon, and the first dragon will be the Ocean Drake, which could be pretty good since there is some form of sieging naman dito for Cerberus. So having not taking damage and getting sustain from the Ocean Drake buff will keep them, healthier, so to speak, against Infused. Unless Infused goes in YOLO, diba? I guess Cerberus na ang panalo dito. You know what? I really can't say that just because you can never know, because ang lakas din ng engage potential na meron dito ang Infused. Though at the same time, in terms of execution that we have been seeing, 12 minutes in para tayo sa game na to, Cerberus are showing much more synergy with each other as a team. Suzuku, of course, knowing a lot how to use a gangplank, is kind of making it into a good trade against Gertrude here. Look at that, he's 1-0-1. I mean, the CS is fair, but when he gets that Infinity Edge, and then Gertrude has only built a Proto Belt, his kegs, if he can connect it onto Gertrude is only building HP and AP, not armor. So it's really gonna hurt Gertrude there. So Gertrude, when he does get maybe the Proto Belt, or even before that, he has a teleport up. Go find something else as around the map. Kasi you have the global potential. You have the engage potential as well. Make it work. Yeah, your teammates have to have that ward to actually go for that backstab. But it looks like ang decision na dito ng Infused is to put ZXC in the top lane to possibly go in and go for the catch. And this might be it, but you know what? Cerberus eSports have already read this as well. Life Howling going in, activates that Let's Bounce, flashes over, and Suzuku is kind of left here in a 2v1 situation, activates a power keg, but cannot use it to actually pop into the face of ZXC. Now they're trying to run away in the top lane, but here in the bottom lane, the Kakaroon trying to engage. Marky taking a crap ton of damage from Valberts and gets immediately exploded, also getting the stun onto Shadow here. They try to follow up, but nice disengage by the Howling Gale of Shadow, and they will get one kill for that one. One in the top lane. Suzuku and Life Howling, or Asuraiph, was able to fight and stave off the death that was gonna be that was wanted by Infused. Nagusto dito makuha sa top lane ng Infused. So yun ang sasabi ko rin, guys. Like, hindi mo rin pwede ma-expect dito na na mananalo agad ang Cerberus. You're just, well, of course, to be fair, you're just saying you're guessing. Pati naman ako, I'm still guessing kasi anything can happen in any game actually, diba? You can mount a comeback, there might be a choke by your opponent, you never know. Parang kung gustong gamitin ng stand sa postahan namin sa Friday, share lang. I'm not gonna say pagpuposta is bad or, gambling. You just have to, just a tip, you just have to control how much money you spend kasi pag na-addict ka dyan masyado, say goodbye to your life spendings. That has happened to other people. It's a serious ailment. The the addiction switch in your head might be too much. But at the same time, Lissandra is pretty fun to use. At the same time, she's so damn good in. Or sorry, I really have to stay control my words. Sorry for that one, guys. Is so good in being an all-around champion, and whoa, look at that! Almost gets caught by Cerberus. The timing on Cerberus was really good there. All right, so going back to what I said. Lissandra is an all-around good champion. She's not the craziest in terms of damage late game, but at the same time, if you can use her properly, she has good enough damage combo. Plus, you can actually be as aggressive to her as possible, even without items, just because you can activate Frozen Tomb kasama sa'yo. Plus, kung mag-comp kayo na actually Lissandra top lane ka, tapos, wait, hold that thought first. Cannon Barrage to follow. Good catch by Marky. Actually, Marky not even using his ultimate there. And ZXC using the devastating charge. Gertrude to stop in the tracks with an ultimate there. And Gertrude, look at that. He is just melting away from the damage here of Marky. A little bit too late from it in Infuse. And they take down 3 members. The Glacial Path over the wall si Hedgies. He tried to at least make something happen. May double teleport dito ang Cerberus. That is one more teleport against Cerberus. Ang Infuse pala, double teleport. And then, one lang dito ang Cerberus. Hindi pa nila nakuha ng ganong kabilis ang pag-respond. And ngayon, they give Cerberus so many kills plus the dragon. That's not really gonna be a good trade. ZXC and Hedges are gonna be able to run away from that one. And that's gonna be, well, Cerberus spiking up. I mean, you already have the Trinity Force with Suzaku. He started to become painful when he gets more items. Let's say Yonmu's Ghost Blade, Infinity Edge. He will be a pain to deal with. Frozen Tomb to catch up Suzaku, but Suzaku eats an orange and CSK. Back to na sinasabi ko, if you're gonna play on Friday sa inyong like friendly match or pustahan match, you know, you can actually try out like a Lissandra or Rihanna combo. It should be pretty easy. Like magpasa ka sa Lissandra mo, use the Frozen Tomb, then while everybody is like slowed by your ultimate, Shockwave. Easy 500. Beautiful. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. Pagpasensya niyo na po, guys. Taga Mineski na kasi po ako, so naapektuhan na ako minsan ng pananalita ng mga taga Mineski. So, you know, I apologize. Oh, nice catch there by Marky. He was the mindset of this ADC player, man. Like, yes, he's been caught off, even with Shadow, but at the same time, you gotta give it to him. He knows his stuff. Like, he can feel if like a cheeky positioning or medyo iffy na positioning was coming in from a mile away. Life Howling, is he really gonna go for this one? Nope. Just gonna go to the wave and take it off. Section by section lang. Alright. No problem. CRB will twin this match. So, well, CRB has brothers playing, I believe it is, with Chalk and Trevor. Yeah. Pero wala ngayon si Chalk. Sad life. Wala ang true mid laner ng Cerberus. But even with that, I mean, before, ganito pa rin ang setup na ginamit ng Cerberus. They kind of had like issues, but now, like, a week maybe has passed 30 and they're like, okay, you know what? Wala pa ngayon si Chalk. We really have to step our game. Medyo nasanay na dito si Trevor sa mid lane and is looking to actually be pretty good. Look at that. He's 2-0 and 1. Gertrude going in onto Suzaku, but Suzaku setting it up. There is the power of the powder kegs, but will it be enough? No. Hindi tumama actually yung Proto Belt. If you looked at it from that way. Parang tumakbo din si Life Howling. He flashes over Cannon Barrage to help him out. Exhaust to save Akil's life. And ZXC looking to follow up over the Cannon Barrage there. But they still could not. Actually, they didn't want to engage kasi kahit pa mag-ultimate dun si ZXC, it would have been immediately stopped by the monsoon of Shadow. So parang wala lang din yung gagawin nila. Here, Trevor's actually gonna get himself the mid lane and uses the cleanse just so that he doesn't die. So, you know, smart plays coming out of Trevor. No need to, you know, to go in and not use his cleanse. Be safe. There's no real backup for Hedges, so okay lang naman gawin niya yun na mag-under tower siya. So, you know, the mindset, yes, it's possible na magpatama kayo sa Torre tapos wala naman palang patay sa inyo yung mid lane na kalaban nyo. But then at the same time, he knew na nasa bottom lane lahat ng members of Infuse, so no harm to be done on time to the mid lane. Parang pag-ibig ko sa kanya, papakaligin tapos aasa tapos itataboy. Tapos papakaligin ulit, rotation lang. Rotation lang. Anong pangalan ng announcer? Announcer ng game or like, you know, shoutcaster. That's the correct term, guys. or Commentator. It's either of those two. I'm Asurai. I'm from Mineski TV. Yeah, Lysandra yun eh. That's true. But of course, let's check out Hechizo's itemizations. Proto built on the way for him, as he does have that Hextech Revolver in his arsenal or his item slots. Tapos meron na siyang Abyssal Scepter, so this is gonna be pretty good. Especially na if you check out the itemizations naman dito ng Cerberus eSports, they have a Spirit Visage and Athene's Unholy Grail, both magic resist items, and as well as of course yung Aegis of the Legion. So every magic damage item dito is gonna counter out Gurge, it's gonna counter out Hedges, also better to be smart, or better to counter out these or better to counter the counter of these items with at least an Abyssal Scepter to boot. But Cerberus being very aggressive over this blue buff, actually still stolen by Cerberus eSports. But there you go, you see that Gurge actually going in aggressive. Marky is a little bit caught out here, so he will be taken down over the wall by Infused eSports. They get the pick here onto Trevor. Hedges up, very low in HP. One more auto attack. He goes down to the inner flame. And Valberts, nako po, naging sobrang greedy ka. And you will get taken down. Suzaku is just on a rampage. Grabe, sobrang aggressive niya. Parlay shot, kaboom! And he survives. Even just looks around, style points onto his opponent. Anong pangalan niyo, Mr. Announcer? Well, yeah, just call me Asurai or Asu. Kasi I've heard like this wacky story. Oh wait. This wacky story. Kasi sabi na, ano yung origin ng Asurai? That's A-S-U-R-A-I. Sabi nila daw, may aso daw na lumapit sa akin kasi kinagat ako. Tapos nagsabi ako ng aray. Asurai. Ay, hindi ako nag-isip na. May nagsabi sa chat, 'di ba? Remember that? I'm talking to Riku, guys. Mamaya siya babalik. Hintay lang kayo. Asura Strike. Wow, I'm actually named after the game. Cool. Nakaka-inspire mag-Ash. One of the ADCs I actually liked before, nung like sobrang sikat ng other ADCs like Sivir, Tristana, Jinx, is the Ashe. So solo queue to, guys, Kasi isipin nyo, kung walang cleanse ang ADC na kalaban nyo, and then wala silang defensive support, like let's say a Janna or a Thresh, parang engage support sila, like maybe something aggressive, like maybe a Bard. An arrow to the face is an easy initiate. Oh, but here comes, speaking of easy initiates, Cannon Barrage just to slow down a kill, and then the elastic slingshot of Life Howling to follow up and get that knock-up. Easy pick-off there by Cerberus eSports. They get themselves a free dragon, uncontested against Infused, because Infused, they really have no way to be safe when they engage. Yes, they're in your face engage, but how this game was progressing, 10,000 gold lead, 21 minutes in, wala silang mga Zoe's Hourglass. Pag pumasok si Gertrude, yes, he can actually get a stun, but what happens after that? He can deal damage just by a little bit. Pero pag isip mo pagkapasok niya, wala siyang stasis na binibigay ng wait, Suzaku? What's happening to you? Okay, DC siya. Balik muna tayo. Walang stasis na binibigay kagaya if you would have a Zoe's Hourglass. So pag inisip niya na pumasok siya, magkakaroon siya ng onting stun lang, tapos bigyan papasabugin siya ng Suzaku sa kanyang Marky. Same thing with Hechizo, but hold that thought, magkakaroon tayo ng clash dito as Suzaku was a little bit disconnected. So medyo inapi siya dito ng Infused, pero binanatan sila pabalik ng Cerberus dito. You know what? You made me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. They go in and double kill for Marky. That's gonna be a 2-for-1 trade with Cerberus already knocking at the mid lane tower here of Infused eSports. They go in. Glacial Fissure just pin down Marky under the tower there, and it doesn't actually stun him. That was one hit away from the stun. That could have been something good for Infused, but a little bit too hesitant on following up that connection onto Marky there, and they get themselves that inhibitor to follow. Idol ko yung nakazak, yes. Life Howling, also known as Kups, formerly of Imperium Pro Team, now going to be playing for the sister team of IPT, which is Cerberus. So if you guys are, you don't know, what happened before, Cerberus is the love child of Imperium Pro Team Blue and Celestial eSports. Oh, fine, not love child, more of like the combination of the players of Cerberus eSports, of Imperium Pro Team Blue and Celestial eSports. So, they combine themselves, and now they have risen as a three-headed demon hound. Hound from Hell, and look at how strong they are. One of the top teams here in the Philippines, having one of the best captains as well in the command of Shadow. Under the command of Shadow, rather. Sino mas magaling sa inyo ni Riku or Asurai? Wait, sa pag League of Legends? Well, nung magaling pa ako, mas magaling pa kasing galing ko rin sa Riku. Malakas siya mag-support, pero ako all around. Totoo naman yun, hindi siya nagde-deny. Kasi kasi siya, meron siyang main. Like, her main is a Janna. Ako naman, ang main ko, pag trip ako lang laruin. For example, may araw na gusto ko mag-try, sasagalin ko sobrang mag-hook. As mag-box. As biglang tinamad ako, tapos naging brom ako or something else. Parang ganun. Alam niyo yung mga guys, yung ganun na parang laruan, na parang pag hindi niyo feel yung champion, sobrang banu niyo maglaro. Pero pag feel niyo yung champion, sobrang galing niyo, parang, ay, ba't hindi ako pro player? Parang ganun yung nangyayari sa akin. Which is kind of good kasi you're having variety, but at the same time, it kind of sucks since you don't really have your staple, What the hell is Suzaku doing? I don't know anymore. Okay, you know what? He suicided. It's fine. Yung Zac, ang galing magbigla. That's actually the power of a Zac. Like what I said, Zac is one of the best junglers right now to use. He's an all-around jungler. He has good wave jungle clear time. He can tower dive with keeping himself safe. He can actually dive you from half of the jungle with the range from his Laxus slingshot. Think about that. It's like a mini paranoia jump. If you think about it, plus it's on a lower cooldown. Tapos when you actually hit a good elastic slingshot, you can follow up with a let's bounce, and you can keep stacking HP on him, and he still deals a good amount of damage, a good chunk of damage. Diba? Naging sinangag si Kennen. Guys, ang gusto ko nalang makita ngayon is kung meron tayong Kled. There's still time. There's still game 2, possibly a game 3. I am voting for a Kled because I have not seen a Kled yet in Philippine Pro scene. So magana tayo dyan, guys. Kung gusto nyo, maybe marinig tayo ng mga pro players na to, mag-hashtag Kled kayo kung gusto nyo makita silang may isa pro player natin maglaro ngayon. Maybe it's Suzaku kasi fast to adapt si Suzaku, maybe he can use the Kled because you know what? Kled's ultimate is basically like a Sivir ultimate. So, going for engage might be good. We'll just see. Karma Jin combo sa bot. That's actually pretty good since poke comp sila. Though I don't know. I feel like kasi movement speed boost wise din para at least magalaw yung Jin. But para sa akin, para mas gusto ko Jin Bard. Kasi if you hit the Cosmic Binding, that's one route. Tapos follow up by Deadly Flourish, secondary route. Kasi pag sa Karma parang medyo matagal yung route niya Intay mo pa yung tether na mag-drop down, 'di ba? Shoutouts to Jake Abundo. What's up, my man? Mark Winchester, what is sino yung tetra mo pwede i-farm? Just to double check lang. Jake Abundo, I did say already na during our peak days, mas malakas sa akin si Riku mag-jungle, mag-support, but at the same time, mas malakas ako mag-all-around. Kasi since I play almost everything before. Full skill. Pa-shoutout Kuya Asurai sa mga poging katulog natin. Yes! Ay, papi. Totoo yan. Pares tayong pogi. Parang ang sarap mag-Zac bukas. Try mo! You know what? Kung na beast mode ka na kakampi mo, sasabi nilang medyo may pagka OA yung Zac mo. You know what? It does not matter. You play to practice, 'di ba? Huwag ka mag-practice sa AI bots. Weird 'yon. Pag nag-practice ka sa AI bots, you're only practicing playing against predictable AIs, 'di ba? You practice against players na iba yung galawan nila. Kahit pa magalit sila sa inyo, you know what? You have the tab function. You press your tab and then you mute everyone. Maglaro ka lang ng gusto mo. Yeah, wag ka na mag-trash talk pa kasi mababan hammer ka lang dyan. Magano ka na lang. Maybe, shut off your sound sa League of Legends. Magpatugtog ka dyan ng closer ng Chainsmokers or patugtogin mo yung parody song dyan ni Riku na bagong gawa. Ano yung paradiso mo? Better. Wow. May ER din sa dulo. Closer, better. Wow. Okay. Jin Blitz. Well, everything is good with the Blitz. Like, I feel like if you're gonna go aggressive, why not Blitz? Kasi, kahit man, I feel like the best counter for a Blitz would probably be Morgana. Ano you can actually still play the mind games. Tapos, like, pag na black shield na Morgana yung kakampi niya, di Morgana yung yung black shield, i-hook mo, tapos pasabugin mo gamit yung Jin, di ba? Beautiful. Alright, so good performance there by Cerberus to actually press their advantage already against Infused. Of course, they're doing this steadily and surely, which is the best way to do so. Huwag kayo maging over-aggressive. Yes, they have that 10,000 gold lead, but being too cocky, putting yourself in a position where you're not calculated is gonna, sometimes gonna bite you in the butt. And this is what, most pro players or most pro teams are not fond of doing. Or, most controlled pro teams are not fond of doing this, especially Cerberus. I mean, Cerberus has their off days, but then when they're on form, you really can't catch them off guard at all. And now they're trying to go in for the Baron. Look at how much damage they are doing to that thing. It is melting away. They're backing off already. They don't want to be a bit too aggressive here, but at the same time, they want this Baron in their hands already. It's definitely going to help them out to push every single thing right here, right now. Gertrude goes in, does have the Zonias, so this is the engage that the Infused are looking for, but is it too much as Cerberus eSports have a ton of damage? That was a beautiful Glacial Fissure here just to at least split away it's Cerberus eSports, but it's too much for them to handle. Hedgezo goes in, but gets immediately popped by Cerberus. They go to fall onto Valbert's flash is over, but you know what? They have their own flash. Double kill for Trevor. And you can see here Suzaku spamming himself on the dead body of Trevor, or sorry, on the dead body of Valbert's rather. And this could be Cerberus winning out game 1 in this best of 3 series. Grabe, lakas ng damage. Baron or Elder? I would say Elder Dragon kasi think about it. You invest on getting all the dragons first, and then Elder Dragon makes it way better. So if you get like your key initial dragons, like for example, the best ones to name would be of course Infernal Drake and Mountain Drake. Syempre ang pipiliin mo Elder Dragon. But then kung wala naman, maybe it's still good to go for Baron. Pwede namang ano yun. Sir Asurai, ano po division nyo? Pinakamataas na nakuha ko, Diamond